Insidious The Last Key is a 2018 American supernatural horror film directed by Adam Robital and written by Lee Hwanel. It is produced by Jason Blum, Oren Peli, and James Wan. It is the fourth installment in the Insidious franchise and the second in the chronology of the story running through the series. Starring Lynn Shay, Angus Sampson, Hwanel, Spencer Locke, Caitlin Gerard, and Bruce Davison, the film follows parapsychologist Elise Rainier as she investigates a haunting in her childhood home. The film is the sequel to Insidious, Chapter 3, 2015, and the second prequel to Insidious, 2010, and Insidious, Chapter 2, 2013. Talks for a fourth installment in the franchise began in June 2015, with Hwanel saying the next film would take place shortly before the first film. In May 2016, it was announced that Chapter 4 would have an October 2017 release date, with Hwanel writing, Blum, Peli and Wan producing, Robital directing, and Shay returning to reprise her role as Elise Rainier. Principal photography began in August 2016 and ended the following month. The film was released in the United States on January 5, 2018 by Universal Pictures. It grossed $167 million worldwide and received negative reviews. 3. Insidious The Red Door was released on July 7, 2023, continuing the storyline of the first two films.
Plot.
In 1953, Elise Rainier lives in Five Keys, New Mexico, with her parents, Audrey and Gerald, and brother, Christian. Elise and Christian are frightened by a spirit in their bedroom, and Christian loses a whistle their mother gave him to call for help. Not believing Elise's story, Gerald beats her and locks in the basement. Elise finds a mysterious red door. She opens it, inadvertently releasing a demonic spirit known as Keyface, who kills Audrey. Decades later, Elise works as a paranormal investigator with her colleagues, Specs and Tucker. A man named Ted Garza calls, saying he has been experiencing paranormal activity at his house. Realizing it's her childhood home, Elise departs to help him. While investigating, she finds Christian's lost whistle, but it disappears again after she encounters a female spirit. Elise tells Specs and Tucker that she had seen the spirit before when she was a teenager. She later ran away to escape Gerald's abuse, abandoning Christian. The three then meet Melissa and Imogen, Christian's daughters, and learn that he is still furious at Elise for abandoning him. Hoping to repair their relationship, Elise gives Melissa a photo of the whistle to show Christian. That night, Elise and Tucker discover a hidden room in the basement of the house containing a young woman Ted kidnapped. Ted attacks them, but Specs manages to kill him in self-defense. After police clear the house, Christian and his daughters go inside to find the whistle. Melissa is attacked by Keyface. He sends her into a coma, with her consciousness now stuck in the spirit realm of the further. Trying to save Melissa, Elise searches the house and discovers hidden suitcases containing belongings of numerous other women who had been held prisoner, including the young woman she had seen as a girl. Elise realizes that, like Ted, Gerald had also kidnapped women and held them in the secret room. The woman she saw as a teenager, Anna, was actually alive and trying to escape from her father. Elise is ambushed by Keyface and her spirit taken into the further. Specs and Tucker help Imogen, who possesses abilities like Elise's, enter the further. Imogen is led by Anna's ghost into a prison realm where Keyface is holding all of the souls he has taken, including Melissa and Elise. Elise realizes Keyface had been controlling both Gerald and Ted and fed on the fear generated by the women they kidnapped. Keyface tries to coerce Elise into hurting her father's spirit as revenge for what he has done. Elise starts beating Gerald, but is stopped by Imogen and refuses to feed Keyface any more hatred. Keyface captures Imogen's soul and then attacks Elise, but Gerald tries to save her before he is stabbed by Keyface, his spirit vanishing. Keyface stabs Melissa, causing her physical body to convulse, then flatline. He attempts to possess Elise, but Elise blows Christian's whistle and Audrey's spirit arrives, vanquishing Keyface. Audrey helps Elise, Melissa, and Imogen escape the further. While searching for the way, they open a door and see a young boy, Dalton Lambert, in his attic. Realizing they opened the wrong door, they finally manage to escape. inadvertently leaving the door to Dalton open. Melissa's spirit returns to her body in the real world, saving her life. Elise makes amends with her mother's spirit, and she and Imogen return to their own bodies. Christian and Elise reconcile. Later, Elise receives a call from a woman named Lorraine. Elise had helped her son years earlier, and now she needs Elise's help again for her grandson Dalton.
Cast:
Lynn Shay as Elise Rainier. Ava Coker as young Elise Rainier. Hannah Hayes as teenage Elise Rainier. Angus Sampson as Tucker. Lee Hwanel as Specs. Spencer Locke as Melissa Rainier. Caitlin Gerard as Imogen Rainier. Bruce Davison as Christian Rainier. Pierce Pope as young Christian Rainier. Thomas Roby as teenage Christian Rainier. Kirk Acevedo as Ted Garza. Josh Stewart as Gerald Rainier. Tessa Farrer as Audrey Rainier. Danielle Bicity as Parker Crane's mother. A.L.K. Reed as Anna. Marcus Henderson as Detective Whitfield. Amanda Jaros as Mara Jennings. Javier Botet as Keyface. Stephanie Scott as Quinn Brenner. Joseph Bashara as Lipstick Face Demon. Production. Development. Prior to the release of Insidious Chapter 3, Lee Hwanel was asked, if there is an Insidious Chapter 4, would that be a sequel to Chapter 3, another prequel to the original, or will it continue in this timeline or go to a whole new timeline? Hwanel replied, I don't know. I haven't really thought about it yet. But for the purposes of this interview, I'll say that I'd like to explore the time between this film and the first film. That whole area there where Elise has rediscovered her gift, I think you could have a lot of adventures before she arrives. So, I think there is a lot of room there. We've kind of established Lynn Shay in this particular film as kind of the superhero, so that would be kind of interesting to explore in the other films. 4. On May 16, 2016, it was announced that Chapter 4 would have an October 20, 2017, release date with Hwanel writing, Jason Blum, Oren Peli and James Wan producing, Adam Robital directing, and Lynn Shay returning to reprise her role as Elise Rainier. 5. 6. Filming. Principal photography began in August 2016, 7, and ended the following month. 8. Release. Insidious The Last Key was released on January 5, 2018. 9. The film was then released a week later on January 12, 2018, in the United Kingdom. Marketing. On August 29, 2017, it was announced via Universal Studios' Halloween Horror Nights that the film would be titled Insidious The Last Key. In October 2017, the first poster and 2 trailer were divulged via Universal and Sony Pictures Entertainment. The variant poster art for social media promotion was designed by American artist Justin Paul. 10. Box office. Insidious The Last Key grossed $67.6 million in the United States and Canada and $100.1 million in other territories, for a worldwide total of $167.9 million, against a production budget of $10 million. 2. It is the highest-grossing film in the franchise, surpassing the second installment's $161 million and the first film of the series to gross $100 million overseas. 1.